What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Weaponographist. My name is Splattercat, and in the previous episode, we destroyed a plasma dinosaur. Hell yeah! In today's episode, we will go deeper into the dungeon and, I guess, probably move to our death. It seems to be part of the process in this game. Is it just me? But it looks like Doug has a smiley face on his armor. Like, it looks like his armor is super happy to see you. Either way, he's got that little guy by the leg. I don't know if he's expecting his genitalia or what he's doing, but he seems pretty confident about it. Like, ha! Look what I have done to this little pink goblin. I have exposed him against his will. Ha ha ha! I'm Doug McGrave. In we go. That's why they're so angry at you. It explains the stab. Who the hell are you? Oh, hell no. What? You just try and whip me? No. We're not doing that today. Bunga, bunga, bong. Nope. See, that's when a problem comes along. You will not whip it. Do not hit me with a chair. You're a lion. Why don't you try and bite me? You have got giant teeth. Oh, I've got a whip now. Yeah, that Castlevania action, though. I don't like this weapon. This weapon feels inefficient and unable to do damage. Oh, but you can go fast with it. Yeah! Ooh, it's like as fast as I can click. Yeah, let's do it. All the clicks! Oh, my wrist is hurting so much right now. I am not prepared for this situation. See, that's the problem, is that I needed to train up over the weekend for this, and unfortunately, I did not. I need more weaponry. Where are my weapons at? I need something. I'm punching right now. How lame is that? You don't play a game called The Weaponographist to punch people. I would also like some more spears, so I'm going to save those for later. For right now, though, I'm going to try and stay on all of you because we really need to level up and get ourselves some better stats. Stab him. There it is. Well, if you didn't have that long delay, see, that's the problem with your technique right there, is that you've got that long delay in between the front flip. If you front flipped and then you whipped right away afterwards, that would be some gangster shit right there. And I'd be willing to bet that a lot of people would be terrified of you. But you've got that long delay in which you're aiming. I think that's really what's hurting you. Can I destroy these rocks over here? Can I? No, I can't. Well, that's disappointing. So now we've got guns and whips. Either way. Bunga bunga bung. Alright. See, this is what happens when you try and hit people with whips. I had a super awesome whip that I found one time. Of all places, I found it at the 98-cent store. I guess the 98-cent store, they stock up by buying like the excess inventory from everywhere else that can't like sell off their stuff, and that's how they make their money. Well, I went to the 98-cent store one time, and when I was at the 98-cent store, I found myself a bullwhip. Like, it was an actual leather bullwhip for 98 cents. They had like 4 of them, and I was like, that's the coolest thing ever. Where did you get that from? And she's like, I don't know. We just got them in, and they sold out like right after. I think I grabbed one, and the guy that saw me grab one grabbed one because it was cool. Like, where could you get a bullwhip for 98 cents? And so I was probably like the only 8-year-old on my block in the suburbs or whatever that knew how to like crack a bullwhip and just be like, tsh. It made you feel badass, no lie. There was a lot of Indiana Jones being played at my house. I was jumping off the swing set. You know, like, we were talking about the other day, me and my girlfriend, we were talking about, like, all the fun stuff you used to do on the swings because we went to a playground at, like, midnight. We bought ourselves some Swisher Sweets, and we went to a playground at, like, midnight. And we were just, like, sitting around out there, just, like, doing whatever. And so while we were sitting around playing on the playground at midnight, because that's what fully grown 30-year-old adults do, we were talking about, like, all the cool tricks you used to do on the swings back in the day. And what I used to do is when I would play Indiana Jones, you would get the swing going up really, really high, and then when it was at its apex on one side, you would slide off the seat. And once you slid off the seat, you would swing on it like it was a rope, and then you would pull out whatever weapon you had, like in your fake belt or like in your pants or whatever, and you'd be like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and that's how you played Indiana Jones. It was the greatest thing ever. I wounded myself a lot on the swings. I don't know if you thought about that, but it was a side effect of doing all these random things. I used to do, we had kids, I talked about this with her actually. We talked about the fact that they used to, you know how they have that big ditch underneath? Oh my god, they throw, okay, parts of their bodies at me. What does that do? Oh, it's a slingshot. Okay, that's pretty cool. Does it have a lot of durability? Like, how does the slingshot work? That's pretty badass. He's got a tuber, huh? Oh, shit. No, I need some of that right now. Oh, it's a magic spell. Okay, so I was going to say, I need some of that right this moment. Let's grab ourselves a new weapon, shall we? That combo meter is draining rapidly. Not that rapidly, but rapidly enough to make me worry. I like this, too, because a lot of the weapons actually activate by how quick you can push the button, and I enjoy weapons like that. It allows you to deal damage based on your own skill sets and reflexes, your hand power, and how much you gurk it. What the hell is that on the ground? You know what? I have one of those, too, you bastard. How do I shoot this at you? Oh, it goes like, oh, that's lame. Although I like my tuba kamehameha. My tuba kamehameha is badass. I'm down for that. I'm gonna grab this real quick. Fire that at you a couple times. I am missing a little bit of health, but since you guys are lined up already, I'm gonna grab your tuba, if you don't mind. And then I'm gonna go, brrr. Yeah, there it is. Kame Kame Tuba! And then we'll take you out. We'll grab the slingshot. The slingshot looks a little pointy. It looks like it might be an obstacle for your eye hole. Like if you were running with it and you were like, whee, having a good time, you might slip and fall and put your eye out with it. I don't know if that's like the old man inside of me talking, but that's what I'd be worried about. I like my eyes. They're already broke enough as it is. They don't need like large pieces of wood injected inside of them. I'm gonna take you out with a slingshot, my friend. I'm gonna take you. Oh, there's ninjas? No way. What does the ninja have? The ninja looks like they have like a bow staff or something. Ow. Looks like they have skills at punching me in the head. So we need some kind of weapon before we can deal with the ninjas properly. Like anything that's ranged, but walking into them seems like a bad plan. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a Ninja Turtle joke. Get dealt with! I whip you so good right now. There are people that pay for this privilege. So if I take this, oh, that's badass as hell too. Damn. Let me get some more of that action. Oh, you just hold down the button and just like, there it is. See, you hold down the button and it just gives out an automatic ass whooping. I'm down for that. Any ass woman that I have to like, any ass whooping that I have to exert myself, that's Freudian. Anything I have to exert myself less with is perfectly okay. It looks like we're almost out of juice though. Not surprisingly, just like everything else in this game, it runs off of juice, our quarterstaff. I am gonna whip that little piece of cloth up off your head right now. I hope you realize this is not going to go well for you. I can push buttons very, very quickly. I've been training my whole life for this moment right here. This is it. This is the culmination. This is the apogee. This is the place where we have been going for 30 years now. How fast can you push the button? They asked Splattercat, and he said, I will train, Sensei. I will train. I guess I'll take the bow staff for right now and we'll continue because I think it has a more badass looking attack. And these guys right here are actually sort of defenseless so long as you're hitting them with it. These guys have the staves too. I don't know what the next boss is going to be, but given the way the last boss went, it's probably going to whoop our ass based on our capabilities up front without too many questions asked. See if I can get rid of some of these little chainsaw dudes in here. I might actually... No tuba kamehamehas right now. Or tuba dukins if you want. That's a pretty cool weapon though. Weaponized tuba is a thing that really I feel like I would put into my video game. It's something that I have respect for. Weaponized tuba. Why don't we have that in real life yet? A tuba with a rocket launcher on the side of it? I guess there's not too many practical applications in this time and age, but I figure you gotta have like a band leader for like every military regiment, right? So why doesn't he have a tuba with a rocket launcher in it? Somebody should pitch this to the military. I think there's money to be made here. I'm gonna punch you even though you have a chainsaw, and I know it's a terrible idea. And then you are going to catch the business end of said chainsaw after I wrench it from his nappy little purple hands. I wonder if he's grape flavored. I'm overcome with this weird desire to lick this dude because he looks like he might have some sort of like Laffy Taffy candy flavoring. What the hell is that right there? It's just like a little spinny thing with a Tommy gun inside of it? Okay. I guess I'm alright with that. We're losing XP because our combo meter ran out and also because I got hit in the face. To the next mob, we have our save point. So let's grab that. Save point. Would you like to save? Hells yeah. And into the dungeon we go, wielding our chainsaw. Wait, didn't it just say that this was a boss fight? Why did it just let us save? Is there anything in here deeper? No. I shall not have this right now. Away with you, swordsman. I know you have trained all of your life. But don't lose your head in this situation. Walk away. You know what's best for you. It's not fighting me, I can tell you that much. Damn it, these little spear guys. I take so much damage from these little pricks by comparison to everybody else. I hate them so much. They frustrate me with their ability at killing me. It's like they put all of their points into whooping Splattercat's ass, and that is not where I like points distributed. Any other human being but me, put them in wherever you want. There's a lot of stats in life, but whooping Splattercat's ass, that is not the spot on the character sheet that I like to see those ones and zeros. Well, I like to see the zeros, I guess, just not following ones. That's the whole point of that statement. Grab another spear here. And when my enemies come near, I shall give them the spear through the ear, or through the rear. Doesn't really matter where we give them the spear. So long as the beating is severe, I can live with it. I like how the levels are escalating. There's a few more enemies now. That's kind of nice. What weapon do we want? We have like a pretty wide selection right now of things we can take. Oh, we hit level 4. That's fun. What are you? A little cash gremlin? What is that? Oh, it's a bomb sack? Okay, that's pretty badass. Can I blow myself up with my own bomb sack? One should never wound oneself with one's own sack. It's an embarrassing thing to have to explain to the doctor. I'm gonna go back to the slingshot. While I like explosives and I enjoy the chance of losing a phalange, I think firing whatever these little Deku nuts are at the enemy is far more fun. Ow. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. You wanna throw shit at me? I don't think so, pal. Does he count? Oh, man, he counts because he just hit me in the face. Grab that and whip it real quick. Grab you. It does a lot of damage. That's the only thing that I would say is that, like, it's a real escalation the amount of DPS you're doing. It doesn't look like I'm affected by my own explosives. So I think I'm just going to rush them because it explodes when it comes into contact with enemy characters. And so if you could just run up to point blank range and spam this thing, it seems like it's a pretty efficient weapon to use. Grab myself one of those guys right there and get... What the hell? Is that an octopus with stunner shades on? Put your stunner shades on. Boom, 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 ba-ba-ching. Boom, 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 ba-ba-ching. Everybody in the Bay Area is an E40 fan. It's kind of required. You can't live here without, like, loving E40. It's a thing that has to happen. My eyes just got, like, insanely watery for no reason. That ever happened to you? Like, I'm sitting here, and all of a sudden my eyes were just like, feel the burn! And they started being all tingly. And then they just, like, watered up, and now I have, like, tears running down my face. If somebody walks in, they think I'm gonna be... They're gonna think that I'm crying at the wonderful rhythm and prose of this game. And I'd be like, no, the storyline is actually quite satisfying and bare. It's just like, go kill those guys over there. Allow them to draw no more air. And do not despair if you die in their lair. Come on, I got you. I got you covered right now. I'm gonna get rid of the little spear guys first because they seem to be the biggest threat to my long-term cohabitation of this area. I do have bombs, though. Yeah. This guy over here practicing his tuba-mancy. I should probably use my tuba more, shouldn't I? I'm gonna grab this because I think I'm just about out of explosives. And that sounds like bad July 4th. Everybody loves explosives. Who doesn't love explosives? Explosives were like half of my childhood. Punch him to death real fast before grabbing another bag of explosives. No. We're doing well right now, and I'm not embarrassing myself except for the fact that we're about to, like, lose XP. Here, you die. I need you to just fall over and no longer exist. Here, I'm gonna pick up the spear. Oh my god, I almost got blown up while trying to dodge some kind of weird amorphous blob of chainsaw. It's a pretty horrifying enemy right there when you think about it. An amorphous blob of chainsaw? Worrying. Where's the next boss? Aren't we supposed to be at this guy by now? And what in the hell are you supposed to be? Not a boss. You don't have enough HP, but still. Tuba-mancy! Feel the power of my tuba! These guys over here, they need to diversify their style. I think that's the problem, is it's too predictable at this point. Sensei needs to work with them and be like, listen, you got to expand this out a little bit. I also need to upgrade this weapon because it is not doing it right now. So it looks like he fires in different directions depending. It looks like he alternates between diagonals and cardinals. And see, now I'm out of weapons again. Oh, you get to fire the tuba twice? Oh. Let's just do that then. Try and finish him off. No, with the remainder. Does he drop a laser gun? He didn't drop a laser gun. He did drop a lot of ink, though, so there's that, just in case you wanted to get some writing done in that old school style. Oh my god, there's so many of them. There's so many of them, and I'm trapped in a corner, and I have nothing left. See, I think they need to modify so that weapons drop more frequently. As it stands right now, there are certain maps where you just seem to, like, run out of weapons. And I don't know if that's due to the fact that we're just not dealing enough damage or what's going into that. But still, we need this tuba-mancer to go away right this second. Get out of here. I would love for your tuba to be my tuba, though. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to see if I can tuba-mancer some of these little dudes down. Got a whole bunch lined up over on that side, but I don't think we're... Oh, there it goes. We finally got our ass whooped. It's just too much. There's too many things flying around, and I got confused. I got overexcited and confused. So we gathered quite a bit of goop on that one, and we got some new upgrades as well. We got ourselves a tuba, we got ourselves the whip, and then we got actually everything that we found on this one. We got 3 continues. What does a continue do? Do I trade that in instead of my goop? Because the continues sound pretty awesome. Alright, back again. Having trouble down there? Our new health upgrades will surely hit the spot. What spot, though? Because some spots on me are softer than others. Got increased weapon durability. That'll be pretty cool. We can speed ourselves up. Let's go for the weapon durability. Longer blinky technology. Allows you to remain invincible a little bit longer after taking damage. Blinky technology. Hooray. It seems like the sort of thing that could be deployed better on people that can't blink. Like, I watched a documentary about a guy that couldn't blink, and it was the most horrifying thing. I was like, how can you not blink? What? That sounds awful. So on the first floor, we got a couple things here. Probably not going to upgrade them any further. You probably want to upgrade the stuff that shows up on most of the floors. But we got the whip. It's the fastest melee weapon. You can punch things. The whip can pinch things to death real quick. I thought it said punch things to death real quick. That would have been humorous. Bomb bag, probably take that. I'll probably take all of these up a little bit, just a smidge in case. And then we'll bring this guy up. Let's bring everybody up to level 3 for right now. How's that sound? Level 3 sounds pretty good. On this side, you can get an invincibility rune. Makes you completely invulnerable to all attacks for 30 seconds. Increases the frequency of all runes and slimes. The double goop rune. All kills will generate twice as much goop for 30 seconds. Bathe in it. I don't even know how to use a rune, but it seems like the kind of thing that might be useful. Alright. Magic skills, we should probably upgrade both the fire ring and the tuba just to make sure that all of our magical skills. I don't want to be one of those beef-caked out heroes. I want to make sure that our acuity, our intellect is nice and rounded out as well so that we can use the magic spells and people be like, oh, he's intellectual too, because it's important. What else do we have? A slower combo meter, probably a good thing. Let's do that one. So we'll go up a little bit on the combo meter to make our lives easier, and then back into the dungeon we go. So where do we start from? Like way back in the beginning. What happens if I fall down this hole? Nothing. So it's purely there for decoration. Alright, well, off on the road to murder again, I suppose. Grab another sword. Like, I don't really know how long the series is going to go on. It's like one of those games that I think is going to be fun, like in short stints. Like, you guys only get like 30 minutes a day, but for me, I have to record it for like 3 and 4 hours at a time. So it just sort of depends. I think that like once you've seen the game, you've seen the game. I did want to make people aware of it because it is a fun little game. I don't know what they're charging for it just yet because they haven't announced a price, but I had a good time with it. I'm enjoying playing it, and it's one of those games that, in a simple way, it reminds you of old school games. Like you used to play like Zombies Ate My Neighbors and stuff like that on the Super Nintendo, where it's a simple game. It's not a complicated game, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun to play. And so you find yourself like really engaging and consuming a lot of time on it. I don't know, I played it for a couple hours last night without even realizing it. And then today, this recording session has been a lot of fun. So I don't know, we'll keep it going until I get bored with it. That tends to be the way that I do these shorter series. Once I get to the point where I'm just like, meh, and I no longer feel like wielding a sword in the faces of my enemies any longer, that's when we can walk away safely. For right now, we need to level up. We got a Tommy gun over there. Yeah, you thought you got me right there, but I was ready for it. He tried to charge me, but I blocked him off. I was like, nope, we're not doing that today, sir. Nope, not at all. I bequeath upon you 50 damage. 5 times 10. Feel the burn. So much more than 4 times 10. Multiplication. I would love for you to die over in the corner of the room by yourself, all alone, with none of your friends and family nearby, because that's what you get for trying to spear me. I wish these horrible things upon you. Magic spell. Grab that. Do a little bit of damage here. Nope. Not doing that right now, little spear gremlin. Not at all. You should actually like clothe yourself better before you go out. You only get one chance to make a first impression. That's all that there is. That's why it's called a first impression. Everything after that, second impression. And nobody likes second impressions. The second impression always follows in the act. It's never quite as good. It's your fallback impression. What are you gonna do? You do the first impression, but then when you go into the second one, it's real weak. And it's like, what are you gonna do? Ooh, got him on that one. Got a little bit of a joust going on right here. No. Man, now half my health container's missing. You guys know how I like symmetry, and unfortunately you've ruined that for me. I'm gonna take the Tommy gun on this next one because it makes me happy. I wish it was a little bit louder, like it was like a little bit louder, like it had a bit more bang for its buck. But for right now, it's allowing me to buck fools pretty satisfactorily. That's not even a word. It's allowing me to buck people to my own satisfaction. So, ow! I don't like taking damage. It upsets me. This is one of those games like a Wizard's Lizard, though, where I don't know how long I'm going to play it. I'm just going to play it for a while. And then once we all feel nice and burned out, we'll go play something else. At the moment, there's not a lot of things coming out. Let's stab that right there. We're not getting a whole lot of goop for this. I probably should have taken that double goop rune or something so that I could actually maximize my profits. Still, I don't think we need any profits around here. The next thing you know, you got religions running around, and it's just like, I think we've already got enough of that going on. No more profits. No more profits. Prophets seem to breed just like lots and lots of arguments. Like, is he actually a prophet, or is he just some like crazy guy that's walking around with an unkempt beard talking about how he understands how the universe works? Like, what is it? Is it real? Is it fake? See, we can't even decide on that right now, so let's just leave prophets out of it, shall we? Enemy annihilated. Next one's up. A few more half-naked ladies to be destroyed. Away with you! I am the knight of standards and practices! I feel insecure about your nudity, and therefore I destroy you with a spear. Everybody else in the dungeon's like, I'm okay with it. You can leave it right where it is. It's all good. No, she's fine. She's fine. Just don't worry about it. Seriously. It's like, come on. It's boring down here in the dungeon. Don't do this to us. I'm like, well, that's not a very nice thing. Is it a very nice? I'm a little bit conflicted about that one right there. On one hand, it's a compliment. On the other hand, it's the, you know what? If I could get away with just being nude all the time, I totally would. Totes would, so whatever. Not even gonna hate. Not even gonna hate. I will, however, hate on my enemies by dropping bombs on them. It is like so ridiculously hot in my house right now. I don't even know how to explain to all of you how hot it is in my house right now. It's supposed to be like mid-90s all week this week, which is not actually that hot for where I live. Typically up above 100 is about where it sits for most of the summer. But we're getting like that first major heat wave where you get to transition from like spring into like, oh my god, hot mode for the next 3 months. And it's not working out so great for me. Oh, I feel so much better now. We're not missing so many heart containers. Good, 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 good. There we go. A few more enemies down. Let's go upwards. This is the worst game ever to get a nose itch in, but I'm going to have to go ahead and satisfy myself real fast by itching my nose because it's got to happen somewhere in there. Alright, so enemies destroyed. Get ready for tough guys. What does that mean? They just have more HP? They got their own splash screen, so I assume that it's a good thing for them and a bad thing for me. I didn't get a splash screen. I never get splash screens. They were like, what about the opening cinematic? That was all you, Doug McGrave. Damn it. You gotta be careful with the chainsaw because if you go too far in, they get you back. There we go. Let's keep that combo meter nice and maxed out so we don't lose any of that XP because it is important to keep that full. XP is actually fairly major. It essentially gives you a free level up to whatever weapon you're using from what I can tell. And so if you're at level 4, you actually like add that. If you have level 3 sword and level 4 character, it's like having level 7 sword, I think. You do a lot of damage once you start stacking the two together. Do we have to defeat the dinosaur boss again, or is that just like a thing we have to run through? You don't think I saw what you were doing right there? I saw what you were doing, and now I'm going to saw you. Ooh, a tuba. Okay, so let's make use of this right here real fast, since we got tuba options. Alright. Tuba options in place. Probably go something like that right there because it's a great way to get rid of my enemies quickly without having to traverse the entire map. Punch him in the back of the head, give him ye old donkey punch, which is a classical medieval style that a lot of people know about. I like how you get to fire the tuba twice. That's pleasing. Do I get to use the magical stave twice? I don't know. We'll have to check in just a moment. A little bit more damage for you. How's that sound? You're like, sounds terrible. I like how his bullets are red and my bullets are blue, like in the classic G.I. Joe fashion. Clearly, these are communist mobsters, and we must destroy them for the glory of McCarthy. Communists have no place in this dungeon. This is a dungeon of freedom. Grab that over on that side. Oh god, we've been shot again. Alright, so now we're up and out of here, or down and out of here, I guess. I don't like saying down and out, though, because it's not that bad. Our life is going pretty well. I figure when we finish this part of the dungeon, that's when we'll break off the episode. I like how the monster diversity, well, I wish that the monster diversity, once you unlocked the monsters, from then on you would see them all running around, but I think what the game really needs is it needs like in-room hazards, like random flame walls and things like that that affect the AI just like they affect you. I'm going to start getting rid of my fear of the bow and just start using it. It does deal a lot of damage. I mean, it's not a weapon that I loathe, it's just I like other weapons better. Chainsaw mode, like the chainsaw, perfect example. Almost got 5,000 goop ready to go. If I can get both of you at the same time, that would be super awesome. That would check all the boxes for me. I don't have that many boxes, there's only 2 or 3, but if you could just check a couple of them at the same time, I think it would cut down on my work order considerably. Oh, don't do that. Punch her! Punch her repeatedly! Another tuba over there. Okay, so let's get in here with the fiery support. Once again, my flame wall half betrayed me. It looks like we can actually activate and deactivate that effect. Oh, we do have to fight him again. Okay. Well, let's get started here. I'm just going to go for that right there because it seems a little bit quicker. It's not doing like that much damage, but it's doing enough. And it allows me to thin out the herd a little bit right here in the front of the fight. See if I can stay on top of this. Oh, and we just got plasma blasted. Hooray. This is why you never, ever give your dinosaurs ranged weaponry, because then they're like, clever girl. Don't give them melee weaponry either. Who put teeth in this thing? Who okayed this? Luckily, we get a lot of goop as a reward, but our health is... Oh, that vomit. Every single time with that vomit. Do a little bit of damage. Hope for a heart. There's one right there. If I only had a heart. I think I'm just going to stay behind him the whole time. There we go. I punched him in the taint a few times. Obviously, that's the best way to deter your enemies. Nothing like a good taint punch to start off a day of heroism. I really wish this spear would last longer. Part of me wonders if the weapons that are in the boss rooms actually degrade a little bit quicker than normal weaponry, or if I just pay attention to it more since it's a tad more vital that I be successful. No! Stop striking me with your overhouse. I don't enjoy that. Go away, Dino. I like how everything else is like cyclically linked to the dinosaur, so that if you destroy him, they all spontaneously explode. I don't think I would sign up for that contract. They'd be like, well, your job is to stand next to this dinosaur and protect him, and if he dies, you die. And I'd be like, oh, that sounds awful. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcastle for the next episode of the Weaponographist. I look forward to seeing you all in future episodes. I'm going to hold this goblin upside down and inspect him for ticks. I'll see y'all later. Hi-do.